Great. All right. So I know you guys are in different divisions, and so that's difficult. However, we're just doing a breakout session on, just a kind of a meet and greet. So let's see, who's in A? Raise your hand. Maybe people are off video. Let's see how many people are in A.
I don't
Division,
know.
awesome, right?
I always forget this part. I think I'm Covestro.
Covestro.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe I'll do this. I'll do the screen share because part of the challenge is maybe you don't know what division you're in, right? So I will go ahead and let's see. Let me see if I can do this for you guys. So we're going to share my screen. And then you can see, oops. So the clubs in Division A, Bettis, PB&J, Ola, Moon, Priority Speakers, Covestro, Gwen's Girls, Thermo Fisher, Calgon Carbon, Pittsburgh, South Hills, Crown Castle, Allegheny County Airport Authority. Let's hear it for Division Awesome. Look, Division Awesome is a select distinguished division. Isn't that amazing that we reached that goal? So you could see Bettis is President's Distinguished. Area 2 is a distinguished division with Covestro and Thermo Fisher are distinguished clubs. South Hills and Allegheny County Airport Authority are President's Distinguished. Congratulations to Division A. You guys are awesome. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, let's go to B. What are the clubs in Division B? Beacon, North Hills, VA, PPGCIC, Cranberry Area, Westinghouse, CHN, Pro Masters, Giant Eagle, Beaver, Early Birds, Newcastle's First, Mercer County, Erie, Noontimer, Bayview, and Erie Insurance. And as you can see, Area 11 is a distinguished area, and it looks like we have room, because the year doesn't end until June 30th, 11:59 Mountain Time. So we've got time to get some of these clubs to distinguished. The newsletter came out today, telling you exactly what you need, and maybe dust off that Club Central and Basecamp and check to see if maybe you haven't submitted some of these educational goals and you just forgot to mark it complete or submit it to Club Central. Because last year that was the challenge for us, is some of the clubs thought they were, but they weren't submitted appropriately. So now's the time between now and the end of the month to check that out. So if you're Division B, you are brilliant and bodacious. Welcome. And thank you for being here today. Division C, you got 4 areas here. You could see Johnstown, Elk County, Indiana, Allegheny Mountain, Western Maryland, State College, Nittany, Penn State, FQ Toasters, Du Bois, Elegant Speakers and Listeners, Arconic, Aspinwall, Ambassadors, Achievers, Monroeville, Greensburg, BPMI, Laurel Highlands, and Flex Cream. You can see several President's Distinguished Clubs there. Select distinguished clubs. That's awesome. Let's see, what is the name? So we got awesome, brilliant. What's a C letter? Division champion.
Cool.
Cool? Oh, Chris wants to be cool. Cool,
Yeah,
Chris.
we're the cool division.
Division C is cool. All right. We are the cool kids in Division C. Awesome. Or cool.
The cool champion.
They're champions. And then Division D, we've got BNY Pittsburgh, Culturally Speaking, ACC, Duquesne Lights, CGI Voices, Dawn Patrol, Helps on Smithfields, Ingenuity Speaks, Prep Speaks, Midday Woman to Woman, Bakery Square, NED APA All Stars, Highmark, Talk Tons, and Lift Every Voice. And as you can see, Area 33 is distinguished area. So it's coming along. So what letter? Letter D? What can we call Division D? These are the diamonds, maybe? And yes, awesome. So what are we trying to do now? If this is club officer training, you're going to be club officers for the coming up year. This is the legacy that has been presented to you. So the first thing you want to do is, if you don't know how to get to the dashboard, you can go to dashboards.toastmasters.org, and then there will be, so I'll go to the main page so you can see. This is what it looks like when you come in. Dashboards.toastmasters.org. You're going to do a pull down. We're in District 13. And then you can see on the front page how we're doing. But then as you scroll down through your division, find your club, you can see how we did this year. So this is all going to reset for the 2025-2026 year. But what's cool about this, and I know this isn't part of the lesson here because we're just meeting and greeting, you could see the pull down goes all the way back to 2008, 2009. So for those of you who don't know the history of your club or the district, you can go in there and check it out. But the important thing is you are all in this together within the division as far as helping one another. So don't be shy about asking for assistance with your past leaders within your club, or whomever was a past president or past VPE in another club, because you belong to an area which belongs to a division. There's lots of support, lots of information that you can gather from that. And if you need contact information, your club president and club VPE is part of the district council, and they will be on a list somewhere where they can access information regarding the other clubs in the area if you really need to. Anybody has any question, have a comment, want to say something? I'm gonna stop sharing here for a moment so I could see you guys. So the challenge to you guys today, right? Smedley Distinguished Club for the first time ever is going to happen in the program year 2025-2026, July 1st, 2025. So if you are a club that already has 25 or more members and already getting 5 or more goals, this is another mountain to climb, to rise up. Could you be the first Smedley Distinguished Club in District 13? And when that happens, you will always be the first, right? Nobody else is going to be doing that because it's for the first time ever, and then you first. So just case in point, officially speaking, because we have certain goals that need to be met, dues payments in October, dues payments in March. The earliest that anyone could be a Smedley Distinguished Club is April 1st, after they renew the dues end of March. So as of April 1st, are you going to be Smedley Distinguished by April 1st or April 2nd or April 3rd? And usually our conferences are in that time period, and we will celebrate the club that is the first Smedley Distinguished Club in District 13. Any takers on who we think, which club is going to be Smedley Distinguished? Who are we betting on? Your club? Maybe it's your club. Chris, is it your club?
I hope to get out there. We need a few more members in the Nittany Club right now. We're somewhat low, but I'm looking at the Penn State
Maryland
Pingers.
Toastmasters. All right, Jacob is saying Western Maryland Toastmasters has it in the bag. These are fighting words. I'm going to save the chat. I'm going to give it to our program quality director, and we'll see. Jacob Seabreeze said this at 2:08 p.m. on June 21st, 2024. Western Maryland Toastmasters has it in the bag. So let's see. And what we heard today is, if you think it, if you speak it, a lot of times it can happen for you. So for those of us who aren't even thinking about it yet. Oh, Diamond, what club are you with? Because she's saying yes over here. Or maybe, was that a yes for something else?
That was the previous question, but
It must have been the previous one. Oh, but it's a challenge, right? Come on, Diamond. Your club can do it. Who else thinks they could do it? Come on, raise your hand. John Sinclair's gonna do it. Diamond's gonna do it. Yep, she's clapping over there.
I believe that
And for sure. Okay, well, we're seeing some throwdowns here, and I can't wait to share this with our program quality director. So we've got Western Maryland 208 2:09 p.m. CHN for sure with Mario. Chad Hudson, I know North Hills has been distinguished every year. Can we do it? Are you going to do it? I didn't even check to see where you guys are. Come on, Chad.
We actually struggled a bit this year, so I'm not so confident.
Oh, come on now. You have been, so North Hills is a club that's been consistently distinguished or higher. And I know, so CHN, Mario, I think they've been presidents distinguished every year since inception. Is that right? And nobody wants to be the president to break that streak, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
We can't
now-
break it, so we got to keep it going.
We got to keep it going. And not just that, if you're the president for next year, and I don't know who that is, you're going to be the first Smedley Distinguished President of your club. And think about that. If you're a club president or an officer, you are an officer. And if you're a member, celebrate this. You were a member of a club that attained Smedley Distinguished for the first time ever in the history of Toastmasters in 100. So we will be 102 years old when this award starts to come, and that would be amazing. Any questions on what's happening from everything that you heard today? Any comments that we can pass along? Put it in the chat, or you can ask it here, and we can get answers for you. I know that they were going to share the program materials that were handed out today to all the attendees. It might take a while. I think they put it in a Google Drive or a Dropbox or something, so they'll be able to share that. Kathy Wolf has said that that would be available. Any questions? Any other thoughts about how the day's going? You're also easy.
I'm
So
looking forward to
easy-
Patty Thor's
easy
next
going.
presentation of 9 to 5 to Smedley Distinguished, because it was always Presidents Distinguished was her goal before.
Right. Presidents Distinguished. We thought that was the highest, and now they're
Yeah.
upping the ante, and they're going to have it. Look, we've got a precedent for that, and I don't mean a government president. It's maybe I should say precedent, because last year our district was Smedley Distinguished District. So now that they have offered the Smedley Distinguished Club, your club can be the first one. So let's do cheers and challenges real quick. What are some of the challenges that we're seeing? Just one or two in the chat, or raise your hand, and let's see if it can be addressed quickly. Cheers and challenges. So let's start with challenges. Any challenges? Susan's giving me a thumbs up. Okay, Susan, are you talking?
Yes. I
Okay.
am.
Are you
The
cheering
big
or
one-
challenging?
The big one that we have across all the clubs in our division this year, and that I'll have in the club that I'll be president of in the coming year, is absolutely membership. So a lot of the clubs are really, really low. I mean, some below 10 or 15.
Yeah. The club coach option is available, so need
Mhm.
let our Club Growth Director Douglas McCall know. He would be building a team of club coaches, club sponsors, and mentors. This is also very helpful for people who are wanting to achieve their DTM, because they would need that as a requirement. And
Mhm.
I told one of the other Toastmaster friends that I've been talking to here recently, I said, who's the most famous person that you ever had in the club or that live in your area? Invite them to an alumni meeting to speak, and maybe have an alumni party of some sort, and think of this as kind of a homecoming for them. Something to engage the members into something different. You're still going to have the elements of a club meeting, but something a little bit more fun. Maybe a friends and family day, maybe some kind of theme that encourages participation with non-Toastmasters, and see just where we land. And the friend that I was talking to happened to be in Omaha, Nebraska, and she said, Warren Buffett, I'm gonna invite Warren Buffett to our meeting. And I said, if you get Warren Buffett to your meeting, let me know because I will probably try to attend. So hey, you never know. Sometimes these people just need to be asked, right? And if you don't ask, then the answer is always no. How about some cheers? Let's have a couple of cheers. Oh, John Sinclair, go ahead, John.
Yes, I would like to compliment all the presenters for this TLI. It was fantastic. This was one of the better TLIs that I have ever participated in, either online or in person.
Thank you so much. I will definitely pass.
Congratulations for all the presenters. And I just want to make a comment on the VP of Education presentation. One of the biggest challenges I think clubs face is not assigning roles. Don't ask for volunteers. I would implore the VPEs to assign roles every single meeting, because I think one of the biggest challenges every club faces is specifically not assigning speaker roles. So make sure that you have a full complement of speakers. I would implore them to assign roles and make sure that you have a full complement of speaker roles in every single meeting.
All right. Thank you, John. And we got Bill. Go ahead, Bill. I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm just going to call you Bill.
Goff. I would say on membership, it's not just members per se, it's retention. We do pretty well numbers wise, but we have a lot of people coming in and out, and we don't seem to be able to keep them.
Yes.
It's for many.
Because they think they got what they had out of Toastmasters, so retention is a challenge. And I do believe that member engagement plays a big part in retention. If your members are engaged, they don't want to leave, because if they've already gotten what they got for themselves, and I'm a perfect example of this, now it's my turn to teach others because somebody taught me. And if somebody tapped me on the shoulder to be a leader, now I need to tap somebody's shoulder to become a leader and help them through that process. So I think that getting best practices from the other clubs in the area division district, and we had planned, and I think they might have plans in the future for, Q&A panels and things like that, where you can meet and greet and really collaborate with other more successful clubs in your area and division. So we'll plan on that, but your comments are definitely validated, and it looks like I'm trying to see in the meeting room to see if they're done so that I can join them and we
They're
can.
working on wrapping up at
We're
2:20 is
working
the
on
next
wrapping
event.
up. So Chris, please let us know whenever it's wrapped up.
2:20 is the time of the next event. So yeah, about 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes. So Bill, do you have a specific suggestion on how you think, or are you asking the question how we can
I'm just
retain members?
pointing it out, and maybe on the dashboard it ought to have something about turnover, not just raw membership. What percent of your members have been a member for a year or 2 or 3 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Not focus on things if you don't measure it.
Yes. So I'll just share with you a best practice that my club does. We do a new member survey with the membership. It's a form that they fill out, and then that allows them to tell us what they want to do. Now, a lot of times they probably don't know how to answer a new member survey because it does use Toastmasters terms. So if you assign a partner or somebody who recruited them to walk them through, this is why we're asking you these things. But I truly believe that if we meet the goals of what the members want, the goals will come. And that's the absolute right way to do it, is if we support the members and encourage them and help them reach their goals, their educational goals or whatever other goal that they have, then the club will benefit from that. So do a member survey, do moments of truth. Best practice is twice a year. You do it in July when you're first coming in to check the temperature. And then when you do it again in January, then you're seeing, did you make an improvement from the time that you did it in July? And, a lot of your more advanced members probably would like to have a facilitator role in the moments of truth. And then the rest of the members of the club can see how it's done. So these are things to think about. When club officers say, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, it's really hard for me to find a speech topic. And I say to them, talk about your role. What is your role about? What are you supposed to do? What are the expectations? Are you looking for team members? Put that in a speech. And so as a club officer, we need to set the tone. We need to hopefully be the one that's inspiring others to do the same, but we have to walk the talk first ourselves. And if you're struggling to find speech topic, talk about your role, talk about your cheers and challenges as you go along, ask for help, and you're not in this alone as a club officer. And rely upon each other and help each other to grow. Chris, are we
Yeah, I
wrapped
think
up
that
and
should
we
be
need
our
to?
last question for now, and we'll
All
get
right.
back to the main
Well,
meeting.
thank you so much for interacting with me. I appreciate you. And I agree with John. This is one of the best in person I've attended. The energy in this room is just crazy good. It's so much fun. And I hear we're having karaoke and they're taking requests right now. So I don't know how it's going to work for the online karaoke, but I hope you could stay and participate with that. And have a great afternoon. And thank you for being here.